Hey, Whiskey Fancies, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kara.
Kara, what do we have today?
Today we have Lucky 7, the Frenchman.
How lucky.
Super lucky. This is finished in French oak.
Do you have to be French to be lucky?
I never thought about that. I don't think so.
I'm
pretty lucky and I'm not French, to my knowledge.
Cool.
This is non-age stated, but it is 56.5%. This is batch 1.
But see, okay, it has to be a minimum of 4 years because it says
For
Kentucky straight bourbon.
Yep.
Yeah, so
I'm starting to remember that.
Yep.
For some reason, that number does not stick in my head very well.
But how dark that is? Come on. That's pretty cool.
It's got that the fun movie theme on the whole Lucky 7 line, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, and of course we've sampled it, let people know what's going on with Lucky.
I'm getting a soft, sweet vanilla.
Okay.
What do you get?
No, I'm getting, okay. Because the word French is in there, I'm thinking of not like maple syrup, but like the actual like French toast. Is it because I have the Frenchman in my head and I'm thinking French?
Possibly, but French toast does have vanilla,
or pancakes.
So
I'm getting like a breakfast kind of
I could see that, but
meal. Maybe I'm just hungry. I like food.
French toast does sound really tasty.
Right?
I'm getting a soft vanilla
wood.
oakiness.
There's definitely wood on it, but it's a not like a strong
it's
like
soft.
I'm gonna be biting a 4x6.
Yeah.
Is that a 4x6?
I think it's
4x4?
it's normally 4x4.
It's a 4x4.
We're just gonna leave that.
4x6. What's a 4x? Oh, that's the Legos. We were doing Legos, and they had like these weird things that was like, yeah.
Ah, that's it. Okay, should we jump right into it, or we try to get more off the nose?
I really want to drink it because I haven't had it in a little bit. And I remember liking it.
Okay, so let's.
And I want to see how it is opened up. Cheers. Yeah. Wow. Okay. This is super. The viscosity is really thick to me. Like in a creamy, oily kind of way. Like it's still there.
I'm getting a lot of heat for 56% on my tongue.
Keep drinking, it'll go away.
Oh, that's a great tip.
It's either goes away or you're just getting a little drunk and you can't.
And then you no longer care. So that's a great tip. If it's a little spiky on the tongue, just keep drinking.
Okay. I don't think it's spiky. More so or less as this has got a lot of flavor.
I get dark vanilla caramels in the front, and then off the mid palate. That's when the proof shows up on my tongue, just in the mid palate. It starts to, and when I mean spiky, is like I can tell there's alcohol. Sometimes whiskey, depending on how it drinks in the mid palate, you kind of forget that it's alcohol. This one, I can definitely feel that tingling.
Yeah,
and then and on the finish, it gets a little bit of that slight bitter oak, but not dry. So that it's quite lovely. It's French oak. French oak, I tend to enjoy. I have we have another French oak that I really like, and it tends to almost like soften the wood as opposed to being super bitter.
Yeah,
but I've only had a few experiences with French oak.
Yeah, but this isn't like smacking you over the head with oak. It's there, but it I think because it's very well balanced, where it's got a lot going on, and I think the thickness and creamy oiliness does help it out, that it carries all those other flavors. Like, and I think because I had the French toast in my head because of the whole Frenchman, I almost want to say that it almost reminds me of when you're going camping and you make a s'more.
Okay.
Like, because it has sweetness, but it's not like vanilla to me. So I want to say like it's the melted marshmallow for the sweetness, but it's not overly sweet. And then you have like the cookie, the cracker. Because in my mind I keep thinking of a goddamn waffle.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't taste like a waffle, so I'm thinking maybe like a little bit, what is that cracker?
Graham crackers?
Yeah, the grams. The grams. Not the Instagrams. Get the right gram.
The other gram.
The other gram.
I get, along with the prickliness on my tongue in the mid palate, it's like spicy. But like a allspice situation.
But I was just trying to equate like the sweetness. That's what it kind of reminds me of. But not like a really good burnt marshmallow. It doesn't have that. It's just like a s'more. Or s'more.
I don't get s'mores, but I get sweet vanilla oakiness.
That's why it's because I think I was going in with French toast
I
in
don't
my
get
head.
any.
And then I was trying to find like pancakes or French toast because I was smelling it on the nose like a batter of some sort. That was a batter.
That's fine. I don't
know how to speak. Words just come out wrong.
That's okay.
I couldn't find it, and then I was like, oh, this is almost like when you go camping.
So I really enjoy another Lucky 7 product, the holiday toast, and that is more ginger spice. I think this is a little deeper, darker.
It is. This is more darker.
So I think that one's fantastic as well. That one I think is more of a pastry product than this. I think this is darker. I get the beautiful French bakery, like French toast, pancake stuff on the nose, but I don't get that on the palate. It's a little deeper and spicier and woodier to me. So I'm not getting those notes. But I don't often get marshmallow type notes at all.
I was trying to,
but
it's not super vanilla to me, so I was trying to find what sweetness is that, and I think the batter thing kind of equated as like, oh, marshmallow with a s'more.
But you don't eat regularly just caramels, right?
No. And that's where I failed.
I think it's more like a deeper, more, almost like a vanilla caramel in the middle. I mean, in the front palate.
Okay.
And then it gets a little darker, like you're starting to cook it or burn it a little.
See,
but not quite
I'm good at
burnt.
burning.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So maybe a molasses vanilla caramel that translates to like a molasses caramely in the mid palate with that woody spice situation. I enjoy it.
Okay, I can see that. Like when you're going to get caramel popcorn at a fair and it's like the bottom where it's like
got a little scorch.
Charred.
So it's a little deeper.
I could get that.
Not
but
burnt.
not like a caramel chew.
But not burnt.
No, not burnt at all.
Ooh, and that's spice.
Yeah. Okay.
That's spice.
You know what this kind of reminds me of a Woodford Reserve double oak, but like a really good pick amped up. Because it's got more going on it. Like the Woodford double oak picks that we've had are more like chocolatey kind of darkness. And charry.
This doesn't have
This doesn't, but it doesn't have the chocolate, but it kind of has some of those beginning notes before you get into it. Keep drinking.
Okay, that's great advice.
Keep drinking, you'll get there. If not, the power suggestion.
I find it very good. I find it spicier than Woodford Reserve products.
Oh, absolutely. It's not in a blind they're completely different, but there's some notes that at the very beginning.
Maybe it's the double. Maybe it's because this is not a double.
No, it's a French.
This is
French oak.
French.
It's completely different. But there's something about it that I don't know what it is.
But it is finished, so
maybe
because it's bourbon.
Maybe it's the marshmallowy. Maybe it's that note. Because it's at the very beginning. I'm like, oh, it kind of reminds me of this one pick that we had, and I was like, nope, it went out the door. But it kept coming back to me. Maybe it's the sort of s'more.
It's the double oak situation.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people do get like that s'more marshmallow tasting note on double oaked products.
I didn't, but after drinking this, that note kind of
This is technically a double oak because the first oak is an American and the second one is French.
True.
So technically, that is double oaked. I like it. The spiciness is more than I remember the first time, but I really enjoy spicy. It doesn't go super black or white pepper. It's got a nice like cinnamon balance to it. I think I need to have more spices, so I have more in my memory banks besides cinnamon and allspice and nutmeg, because it's not nutmeg and it's not ginger, but there's definitely a spicy prickle on my tongue. I really dig that. Do you like that?
Prickle on our tongue.
Yeah, I'm digging this. But, so, what do you guys think about the products being put out by Lucky 7? Have you had a chance to try them? Please give us a comment below. And while you're down there, give us a thumbs up on the video. And subscribe to the channel if you like what we're doing, so you can join us in our next video.
Tickle our fancy.
Well, I don't know about you, but
I know about me.
I fancy this whiskey.
I do too.
Cheers.